Welcome back, crew. The summer is over. It's officially ready for the market to start to get ready to take off. We got all the traders back at their desk today. We got Bitcoin that just bounced off of 107,000, reclaimed 110 a little while. It's slightly sagging right now, but Ethereum is holding tight above 4,400. Some altcoins are flashing breakout signals. The market's setting up for the September shakeup. Are you ready? Well, you need to be ready. So, welcome back, crew. It's your boy Tom here, bringing you the hottest in Bitcoin and crypto action. If you like what you see, give us a like. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you come on over to X and follow us on X, where we talk about Bitcoin, crypto all day, every day. Crypto maniacs on this channel. All right, let's get going. Let's start with the big dog, the king. Bitcoin trading right around 109, 108,690. A little bit more of a slip. All right, so we had a high today, I think about 110,004 after dipping to 107,500 last night. The bounce shows that buyers are stepping in, but here's the kicker. ETPs now hold over 1.47 million Bitcoin. Nearly 7% of the supply. So institutional money is still flowing, and that's why I believe that the dip keeps getting bought. Now, these are the don't close below levels. We put this up on July 19th. And this chart has now become, again, a very, very important chart. So what we're showing on this chart is getting above 115.7 is really the main point that we have to score above in order to take out the top. But as it stands right now, we are just channeling the 109 we had as a buy area. We have the 106,000 as a buy area. Actually, the 105 is now really the point of the line in the sand right now. So let's go on over to our famous little 2-hour chart. Well, actually, let's talk about this chart right here. This is the pattern that everybody's looking at, including ourselves. Okay, the double top has been confirmed. Right now, we're just working our way through to see if we could take the double top out. So as it stands right now, we could have Bitcoin actually drift down. If we come down to the low here, it's like right around that 100,000 level. Hasn't happened. There has been some bids coming in right now at this level of the 107.2. I said yesterday I didn't like that we broke actually through that a little bit, and you said, Tom, I said, it was only $60. But still, that was always a warning to me. It was always a warning that the big boys are trying to still push Bitcoin down to accumulate at a lower price, and that could play out. But we're going to get into the short term right now, the 2-hour chart, and we're going to work it out. We're going to talk about exactly where we are on the market map. All right, so as it stands right now, look at this. Yesterday, I said we had this move down. Okay, we came down actually right to the level that we needed to come down to. We came up, but we could not take out the 111,000. So look at this. We're sneaking back down again towards the support of the 107.4, 107.3, 107.2. If that level breaks, we're going to sneak down a little bit low, potentially like 106, where we had our original discount buy area at. If that level breaks, we're looking at that 105. Now, this is still in play. So this low actually needs to hold right now. And let me get a little brush so we can just mark up the chart. So this low right here needs to hold right now in order to continue a potential upward movement to break through the 111 channel, get through that 112, because if we look at the neckline right here, it's sitting really at 112. Bitcoin has not really shaken off its bearish tone yet. The only way it's going to shake off its bearish tone is to get above that first level of the 111 and also get through that 112 neckline that we have on the chart that I just showed you. But it's definitely trying to break out. If we look at the Bitcoin breakout pattern, it's trying to break out. Okay, so right now, as it stands, it's 8:50 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. So the trading desks are in, but they're not calling clients right now. They're going to wait till probably like 9:30, 10 o'clock, try to get in touch with their big clients to actually probably push onto them Ethereum, Bitcoin, and other altcoins that they're dealing in, and you're trying to get them to invest. Of course, their sales force is designed to get people to invest, which will pull more capital into the marketplace, in my opinion. Okay. I don't work on that desk, so I don't know exactly what they're doing, but I would assume from previous experiences that they're going to be calling their clients and going, hey, we got a really good price in Bitcoin. We got a really good price in Ethereum. You might want to, dip your toe in and take some positions on at this level. But we can look at Bitcoin. It's really, attempting to load the reversal. And we got a bullish crossover that's locked. Okay, down here, if you look on the chart, we got the bullish crossover right there that's locked and loaded. We got a trend line that's on the verge of snapping. Now, it hasn't snapped, okay? But as you see, we came right up to the resistance market, pounded it down. The most important level, again, is that 107.2. It's got to hold that level, okay? If we could break up through this trend line, we're looking at that 111, 112 level again, before we know that we could have, again, some resistance to push us back down to potentially the 109, which would be a good support area if we could break upward. All right. Until we do this, we are still in a morass. We're still in a quagmire. The marketplace is actually still consolidating, and it's looking to fake people out. So get into our pro group. We will work you. We'll help you get through this. Like I said before, it doesn't cost you anything to join the pro group. I've seen some comments, oh, pay me and I'll hold your hand. I want to hold your hand, yeah, but we're not asking you to pay us, okay? We're asking you basically just to join WeX, the broker of our choice, and we'll take you into that in a second, where we got low fees, fast execution, no slippage. I know people love that tagline. I kind of like that tagline myself, but it's true. Anyway, so we got a trend line that's on the verge of snapping. It's not noise. If we can get through that trend line, we got ignition, okay? So when this combo hits, Bitcoin doesn't, walk. It really starts to erupt. So we could get a target back to 120,000 really fast if we can get through that trend line, okay? So again, we got a lot of wood to chop in Bitcoin. There's a lot of retail that's pushing against, they're nervous. Let's go over to FNG right now. Let's check out FNG. Where is FNG? We got FNG sitting right at 46. All right, so it's recovered a little bit. I would have really liked to see it drop down to into this area right in here. That would have been good for, we like to buy fear and we sell euphoria. So right now it's kind of neutral, right? It's not really extremely fearful yet, but it has moved, down into the 46 level. All right, so really, if we compare Bitcoin to gold, let's look at Bitcoin versus gold. The reason we say this, we look at it, say, a real world asset versus now a digital asset, okay? We could see what happened with gold. Gold snapped its wedge and it went completely ballistic, okay? Bitcoin is loading the same structure. You could see it. We need to break out, and that level up top, is longer term is like 124,000. Once we do that, we'll snap back up to like 134, and then we're going to get a retrace, absolutely, but we'll be in a totally different scenario at that point, because then the 119 would be the support, 116 would be the support, the 135 would be the resistance, carrying us up to where like that 140 level. Okay, we're getting ahead of our skis. But here's the thing, Bitcoin could catch a tailwind pretty quickly if we get those corporate desks that are actually pushing it. All right, so gold snapped the wedge, Bitcoin's loading the same structure. The breakout isn't really maybe, it's just a countdown. Okay, and when it hits, it's not a rally, it's ignition of the Bitcoin super cycle. And we've been talking about that, okay? If we look at the end game, really, if we look at Bitcoin itself, the Bitcoin bull run cheat sheet, okay? We're not even full of the 1,300 days yet, okay? We still got a lot of room to run. And it's right now we got like right now it's consolidation slash accumulation again. Um, could we dip down to 100? Yeah, I think it would be a gift. Could we dip down to where I talked to some guys that are on big desks? They're thinking 95, 92 is really where they have, their bib on right now. They got their knife and fork ready. They're looking to like dive into a juicy lobster at that price point. They got the butter sauce ready, with thyme, and they're just ready to go. Not thyme, the herb thyme. It's always good to add a little thyme to your butter sauce. But anyway, all right. So we see right now the Bitcoin endgame is loading. History has shown us this script: bear, accumulation, bull run, parabolic run, every single time. We're in the last stages of it. It's one that melts faces, it rewrites portfolios. Cycle compression shows the explosion is imminent. We just got to be patient with it and pick our points. So we got to ask you, are you ready? The only way you're going to get ready, get into our pro group. Okay, that will help you get ready for it right away. All right. So as it stands right now, let's look at good old Ethereum. Let's check out Ethereum. Where is Ethereum? Hang on one second. All right, so we got Ethereum hovering right now around 4,281 in our discount zone. I'm going to take you over to the trade that we got running on in our WeX account, where we like to showcase all our trades. Low fees, fast execution, hardly any slippage. Actually, there's no slippage, really. This broker's incredible. Anyway, so we got an average entry price of 4,341. We waited for the marketplace to come to us. We are in. We're not concerned really with the little dip. Marketplace, like we said, is coiling. It's consolidating. Right now, we are losing 32.6. Warts and all. We show you warts and all. Completely transparent here. We along H bar. H bar, we're taking a shot in the face with. Still down 191.28. It was a little worse yesterday. If that's actually proper English. A little worse yesterday. Yeah, I think that works. Anyway, so this is what we got going on right now. Let's get back to Ethereum itself. We're looking at Ethereum, okay, hovering right around 4,282 right now. It's been around 4,282. This is the low on the day, been up to 44.50. So it's slightly red on the day, but don't let that fool you. Ethereum has pumped nearly 200% in 5 months. And institutions are treating it like digital oil, okay, or digital silver, okay? Bitcoin's the gold, Ethereum's the silver or the oil, however you want to look at it. But if we look at this marketplace right here, we had the same exact thing that happened in 2021 versus 2025. Now, there's even talk, okay, of Ethereum pushing 7K by year end if the momentum continues. So we got to watch the $4,000 support. If Ethereum can clear the 4,600, it could rip higher into September. Then Ethereum just completed, look, the 2021 setup. Same dead cat bounce, same retest, same ignition, but this time Wall Street is inside the trade. The setup that ran 200 to 4,000 is alive again. Now, 10,000 Ethereum isn't a fantasy, it's just math. And we're believing Ethereum is going to 15, 25,000 in the long run. But right now, Ethereum is loading a monster move. We see it right here on this chart. All right. If you look at the descending wedge, we're looking for the breakout. We got the support right around 3,950. That level needs to hold, like 4,000 really needs to hold before we can get the break up. But if we look at Ethereum here, where we're showing the breakout right now, okay, needs to just get above like that 4,600 again, 4,800, and it's taking us right up to the $6,000. It's loading a monster move. We got fresh MACD crossover, 3-year squeeze at the apex, monthly candle screaming bullish. A break of 4,005. 4,006, Ethereum is not going to walk. It's going to rip. It's going to rip upward. So it isn't hopium. It's the ignition point. Now, if we come on over to Bitcoin dominance, all right, we look at Bitcoin dominance. We've showed you this chart before. Got the bearish cross. had a bearish monthly engulfing candle. Right now it's sitting right at 58.60. It's a little bit up on the day. Okay. I think it went down as low as 57.35. So we're up a little bit, but it's still continuing grinding lower. Right now, the monthly MACD is in full bleed. Last cycle, this script printed Ethereum a 600% run, and altcoins went vertical. Now, altcoins, this blueprint doesn't lie, all right? Altcoins just declared open war. So we got to get positioned for it. Now we're in. You need to get good utility coins. Now a little H bar is taking a little hit, but we believe that is a good coin and it's actually ready to take off. Now, alts are mixed right now. Let's look at alts itself. Let's look at the total market cap. Alts are mixed right now, but the rotation theme is alive. Some whales are moving billions out of Bitcoin into Ethereum, and certain altcoins are starting to catch a bid. Well, now, we're not in a 2021 style blow-off. There are some really great setups forming. So we'll be keeping an eye on volume breakouts, and this could be the start of an altcoin resurgence because the altcoins, we look at it, they're brewing a cup and handle right now. Every cycle leaves a signature. This one's undeniable. The cup was built in pain and suffering. The handle is built in disbelief. The breakout will be built in euphoria. The move from here won't be linear. It's going to be exponential. We're looking at a target 3.5 trillion plus up in the altcoin market cap. All right. So before we wrap up, I got to tell you about our trading community. I keep alluding to. You come on over in the description. You'll find this link right there. You'll be taken over to this Telegram site where you could sign up to actually copy our trades. We drop insane alpha trading opportunities, daily breakouts, long-term setups, long-term gems. We got you covered. You want to follow us. You don't want to follow our trades. You want to follow us on our trusted broker. Well, you click this link right here. You'll be taken over to WeX, the broker of our choice, where we have low fees, fast execution, hardly any slippage. All right, so what do we got going on? All right, we got to keep our eye on Friday. All right, Friday's U.S. job reports. There's a potential catalyst. It hints if it hints the Fed is going to cut rates, expect all crypto to get a big tailwind. On the flip side, keep security on your radar. Okay, August alone saw 163 million lost in hacks. Okay. Protect yourself. It's a reminder that risk management is everything, including your wallets. Just make sure you stay on top of that stuff. All right, so we got price trends. We got Bitcoin has to break 111,005. We got the bounce off of 107. Institutional levels are still coming in strong, waiting for BlackRock, Fidelity, State Street, start calling up their clients and try to get them to get an investment into Bitcoin so they can scoop more coin, drive the price up. Now, we know hope is not a strategy, right? So we're just watching that carefully. We also have the downside kind of pegged as well. So break of 107 could drive us to 106, 105. Break of 105 is that 100,000 is in sight. All right, so Ethereum we got right now is at 4,290. It's down a little bit. It's down like 1.9%. So we're thinking that Ethereum, the digital oil, could push to 7K by the year end. Altcoins mixed. Breakouts forming. Whales rotating in. Macro, we got the jobs data Friday that may drive the next leg. Risks, that we had was 163 million loss in August hacks. So stay risk aware. All right. So the bottom line, Bitcoin right now is holding at the 107 level. Don't forget to come on over to X. Follow us on X where we talk about Bitcoin, crypto all day, every day. So what do you got to do? You got to get into the pro trading group. You got to do your own research, as I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a trader. Okay, that speaks my opinions. And also, as a short-term trader, you got to watch Ethereum because Ethereum still has institutional flows and it's the institutional favorite. And all coins are stirring. And as a short-term trader, you got to enjoy the party, but dance near the door. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.